and then just turn that screen, shut it down.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, over to you, Philip.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to speak super slow tonight. And I was just having a bit of a laugh because suddenly I saw Suzanne upside down. So I don't know what was going on with that, but it seems to work pretty cool. She's having a good laugh there. Um, yeah, I love this. It starts with yellow. I also want to do that. That looks fun. So I'm going to talk about some roadblocks that we may have. And this thing that I call is called be do have. So I'm going to talk about mindset. And Josie always says, have you got pen and paper to take some notes? Please let me know you have got it. And if you haven't, you can record it. Yeah, Josie's always got that book. I love it. And Joanne, I hope you're enjoying your dinner. So I'm going to keep it super short. I want interaction. So I'm not going to just be that person just talking and doing my thing, speaking super fast. And everyone goes, what did he say? Okay, we don't want to do that. I want to workshop this year. I want to sort of dive down into some mindset stuff. So I'm going to share slides because it keeps me on track. And if you've got questions, pop it in the thread. I'll definitely answer them at the end. And let's just do some screen share here. Hold on a sec. Dun, 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 dun. Zoom has changed. There we go. Now I can see Grania. Can you see my screen, full screen? Yeah, thumbs up. Cool. Okay, awesome. Okay. Something called be, do, have. Now, we'll dive down on these ones individually. So I want you to put lots of questions here, a lot of statements, a lot of interaction, because it helps me to help you at the end as well. So when we look at all these things, there's always these roadblocks. The path to success, where I like to look at is be, do, have. And this is a concept that Dana shared with me years ago. I never understood it, and only until yesterday. So when we look at it here, today we're going to go to look at what you want to create in your business, uncover the story sitting between you and the next action, because we've always got something that holds us back, right? And ask what a leader would do next. Okay. And it works perfectly because it all starts with yellow, which I love that. So what do you want to have within your life, any business or your life? Now, I want you to put notes in the thread or write it down and put it in the chat as well. What do you want to have? And that could be anything. And I'm going to prompt you with some ideas here while they start coming up. You want a rank advancement? Do you want to go MC1? You just want to get your products paid for. And it doesn't matter what your number is. It's got nothing to do with, oh, someone's getting more than me. It's not about that at all. Do you want to create residual income? Do you want some time freedom? Do you want to make sure your wife or hubby or partner can be in a better situation where they don't have to go to do the jobs they want to do? Do you want to travel a bit more? I know Grania said, I'm going to New Zealand. I'm going in my little van and off I go. That was time freedom for her. Loved it. Greater impact. Do you want to leave a legacy behind? Do you want to just create where you can take 2-3 weeks or a month of a year and go and help people that are in poverty? So these are all the things that you can look at, right? So financial freedom, more time with family. Yeah, definitely. I know that's a big one for Dana because their family's in New Zealand. She loves to go anytime, just drop a hat and off we go. So whatever yours is, make a note of it and let it store there. But a lot of times you have these goals and off we go, let's do this. And where they throw us under the bus and half the time it's like, how do we get there? But then the other thing is, what do you have to do to get to those goals or get to the things you want to have? Now, again, pop some notes in here as well. Write this down. Take screenshot as well. Could be learning communication. 10-day meetings like we're doing right now. Build daily habits. And that's a big one for me. Where it's like, yeah, I'm going to do this great. And I'm all fired up. And next day I'm down. So we all have that. If Liv, you can, Olivia, if you can mute, it'll be cool. Learn systems. Remember, I always like to say systems are the solution. Because if we point to people somewhere, guess what happens? They've got nowhere to go properly. Nothing happens. So we do need systems. Inviting follow-up. I'm just looking at what are the comments in the top here. Travel up to talk to people and point it to my business. I love it. It's Dana there. Learn to be better to help people, more beneficial way. I love that. So you're leading with heart, right? Some people lead with money, some will lead with heart. Consistent action is a big thing as well. And I'm actually reading a book now called Atomic Habits. So usually when I've come back from Perth or I'm flying anywhere, guess what? I'm always watching a movie. I decide, no, I'm not doing that. And I pretty much read the whole 50% of that book. And man, I'm just like super fired up, and we actually came at the perfect time to do this training. And they talk about just be 1% better. If you're 1% better every single day, by the end of the year, you'll be 37 times better than you were when you started. Pretty cool. And if you did 1% of nothing, you're pretty much in 30 days, or let's say 90 days, or yeah, 30 days, you're pretty much not where you were. So it's a great book. I know Josie said to me one day, she said, readers or leaders or leaders or readers, one of the two, something like that. Better communications, Julie. So that's the things you have to do to get the things you need to have. But this is the one, and what I really get stuck on, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be in that person in your business? You want to be disciplined. You don't become successful in 1 month. I mean, how many times you see people that start up in LifeVantage and they get on stage and they've gone EC1, they did it in 6 months. And I find that they would have come from another business where they've just shifted over, right? Because it happens. So they can give you belief, but they've done all that hard work way beforehand to get to where they need to be now. So I know Marcel spoke about 2 to 5 year plan. So the thing is, you've got to do things bit by bit, day by day. And the one thing is, yeah, show consistency. If you are doing erratic behavior and you do one thing on Monday and just come to meeting and that's all you do, you get inspired and motivated, great, and you do nothing the next day, and the next one Monday comes along and you need that inspiration to kick you up and get you going again. So yeah, that's not going to work. It's the work you do when you're not in front of the meetings like we're doing now. What are you doing when no one's watching, as I would say? Be professional. I have this big thing about saying be a professional network marketer. So I'm going to see the notes are here. I hope you guys are writing some stuff down here. I need to be a highly effective communicator. Ah, that's Dana. Yeah, she used to be a bit of a mute back in the day, and now she doesn't stop talking. I want to be focused on financials while still being heart-led. I love it. Yeah, money and love at the same time. Yeah. So whatever you are here, and this is, if you are not going to go through these ones here, you're never going to get the do and the have. It's easy to set a goal, say, great, I'm going to be MC3, I'm going to go EC1, whatever it is. That's easy to do. It's these little things here that you do behind the scenes that nobody sees. So whatever the things that holding you back is where you want to be. Julie, inspire people to be better each day. I love it. Someone sees opportunities and everything, 100%. Yeah, with your lead with business or product, it goes the same way. Grania, belief is everything. What you think about, you bring about. Yes, I love that. I love that. Love that one. So when you start looking at belief, because a lot of the times it's all about goal setting, but have you got belief in the company? If you haven't got it there, go find it. It's everywhere. You can find it anywhere. You got to get belief in yourself, because someone said to me, I think it might have been Josie, he said, this is not a product-based business. It's not network marketing. It's actually a personal development company within a company. So the mindset is when you go there. So getting your mind right is the key thing here. And Kushla is saying daily action to grow a funnel and maintain current business. Love it. Yeah. So if we shift this here, leverage the leader. Now, these leaders here, they didn't happen overnight. They are people in LifeVantage. Seth Mulder want to be like Josie, Grania, Kerry, Brandon, Marcel, Eric Worre, Tara Wilson, Jim Rohn, Mark Santo, and Lisa Nichols. Choose your mentor, whether it's in LifeVantage or another company. It could be your brother, it could be your parents, it could be anybody. Find your mentor, and you want the people that are strong mentors that are going to push you. Now, it doesn't mean you've got to be in the call with Seth or Josie every week. Just look what they're doing. And I can tell you now, I don't think Josie or Grania or Marcel, anybody sitting that you can see as images here, they just suddenly wake up and think, I've just arrived. They've got habits. So what would you do here as a leader is a question I ask you. You want to learn from experience. You want to watch how leaders think. I know Kerry Dickey's written a book as well. Leaders are readers. Eric Worre's got a lot of stuff going on. And actually, if you don't know, Eric Worre is actually launching a book, and I think on this week, Sunday, I think it is. And he's talking about business. So stay connected with like-minded or growth-minded people. There's that saying, you got the average income is at the, your income is the average of the 5 people you hang around with. So I won't use the words I do want to say, but if you want to hang around with the people that are idiots, you're going to become an idiot. And this book, in Atomic Habits, I talk about people who have drug addictions. If they hang around with people, they go through to getting the inoculated through rehab, and they come back in the same environment, the same people around them. Guess what happens? They relapse again. So you got to get rid of the people, or let's say push them away. Don't hang around with them, and go with people that want to inspire you and push you. And if you have a partner, in obviously most people do or don't, is that your partner, I mean, let's think about this in another side. How many of you got into network marketing and your husbands, partners, or wives or girlfriends all thought you're nuts? Now, you can't tell them to get lost, right? But if you can find a partner that can push you, that can help you and coach you along the way as well and inspire you, those are cool people to be around with. But something I always want to say, prove to me first before you make any money in this. Then they'll listen to you. Dana's saying here, a leader paves the way for others to pave their own way to the life they want to lead. 100%. Elaine, yes, mindset. If you're not willing to push yourself, you will stay where you are. Now, that's another thing. You go to gym or you do exercise, you go to Pilates. You don't suddenly wake up and suddenly you can deadlift 100 kilograms. It takes a bit of a while to get there. You don't get fit overnight, but people only notice that like in a space like you may notice something in a month that your body's changing. Some other people only see 3 to 4 to 5 or 6 months that your body's changing, but it's a consistent habit you're going with. So the question is, when we look at this here, if you were that leader, before we go into look at the poll, this poll that we put out here, when I was looking at it, the top 2 things that came up was creating leads and asking for business. It's interesting because you just got to talk, TTP is always called it, talk to more people. Now, that was the most common thing that I kept on seeing in the poll, and I appreciate you guys putting that out. But there's also the others here, inviting people, what to say, following up, asking questions, and pointing to information. And I feel if we've got the systems, pointing information is easy. Answering questions, let's be honest, you can point it to someone, get them on a 3-way call, get them on here, get them on Thursday training. Following up, you actually set up following up would be when you actually get them onto a call. And there's lots of ways I can share with you afterwards how to do that, what to say, inviting people, but creating leads and asking for business. Now, what's interesting here is that what's your blocking you? Now, I want you to really dive down here. What's blocking you for, let's say, creating leads or creating you with following up or creating you with inviting people? What is your real block? And really dig down deep and ask yourself that question. What is actually blocking you? Chris is saying closing the sale. Yeah. What's blocking you? Write it down. Is it because you don't have people to speak to? Fear. Someone says fear is false evidence appearing real. So that's one thing I like to follow that with. And another thing with fear, one of the worst things that people don't like doing is getting on stage and speaking. And I would say to people, take the fear and turn it into service. Because if we sit here and go, oh my goodness, it's all about me, I'm scared, I don't want to get up here, what people are going to think of me. If you just get up there and say, how am I going to take this fear and turn it into service? Meaning it's all about them, not about me. When you get that shift, you go, oh, this is easy. Just walk on stage, do your thing. And if you mess up, doesn't really matter because no one knows that you messed up, only you do. Another one saying, a Christian, fear of rejection and mocking mom. I'm not sure what you mean by that, mocking mom. I'd imagine you feel mocked as a mom. It's interesting. People will always pull you down to their level, right? Living on a mountain in a country, LV is not operating. Yeah, that's 100%. Yeah. So online is definitely where you have to work on them all, Dana. Josie, feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Yeah, just jump and go all in. There's a book from Jerry Clark, wrote years ago. He talks about going from through the jungle into paradise, and you've got to be like a rhino and take all the knocks and the hits and what have you, but you get to paradise and then they think you're the lucky folk, right? Rhonda, fear of failure, first attempt in learning. Oh, I love that. That's cool. Yeah. MLM, multi-level marketing, or it's a pyramid. Everything's a pyramid, let's be honest, whether it's a church, a government, your employee, your employer, whatever, it's the same thing. So there are ways how you can come up with things like that. So, and I love the feedback. Why is it there? Why is that block actually there? Is it because someone just told you as a kid, well, this is what it is, you're never going to be successful? Network marketing is a scam. Why are you selling those funny yellow pills? Why not? The question I do want to ask you, is it actually really true? Is it true that you can't find leads? How many people on Facebook that are there? You can message them, you can put posts out, you can say, hey, I'm just launching in Perth area. I'm looking for 5 people that are open-minded, that are really into health and wellness, and they can take it to the next level. I've already got four of the 5. I'm looking for 1 more. Or I've got 1, I'm looking for 4 more. It creates a sense of urgency. You can do things like that. There's lots of stuff you can do out there. GPT, lots of things. Granya's saying if it's too good to be true, it's my husband says this all the time. I love that, but your husband's got great results in the product. Skepticism, right? Interesting. Dana's saying, I want to live here, but it's not a true block. Technology is a one-off thing connected me and to many people. Yeah, we're sitting in the jungle and we're still making money and helping people. Then the next question is it really true? Think about that. Dive down there. It's true, but is it really true? Oh, it's true. I don't need leads to speak to. It's like, yeah, seriously? Are you sure? Think about that. I don't know to invite people. Go to boards. You can find lots of information there. Get the tools to help yourself. Because remember, think of a doctor. I mean, if you had a heart, you have to go for heart surgery. You wouldn't want to go to someone who just read a book for the last week or maybe 2 weeks, how to do heart surgery, and great, they're going to give you heart surgery. You're going to run away, because I certainly would. You want to get someone that's versed in, that's been learning and understanding it, and then going to put things into practice, and someone that can hold their hand at the same time. That's the person that would have been coachable, that you want to put them to give you heart surgery, right? You wouldn't want to just jump in. It's like, great, off you go. And this is the thing I see a lot in network marketing. It's like, great, just phone the people, just off you go. It's like, man, I don't know what to say. It's like, yeah, I like to say, let's inoculate them first, as in like get them some skills, how to speak to people, what to say. Can get a lot of stuff in boards on how to invite people. Learn those things first before you run around and go do the numbers game, because that can really, it's quite disheartening sometimes when you see people that are stuck with the numbers. And what did your mentor do? So we spoke about those mentors. There's Seth, there's Marcel, there's Grania, there's Josie. What did they do? You think Josie's going to go, oh, I've got no one to speak to. I'm just going to sit at home and mope. I don't think she's going to do that. Grania wouldn't do the same thing. She'd go do Pilates and be all fired and excited, and off she'd go. Carrie Dicker would run outside and do her thing and speak to people while she's going, walking a dog, I think it was. Remember that? Don't lose your husband. Yes, 100%. But still love him anyway. Okay. Hang around the people that are going to inspire you. What did you mean to do? It's a real interesting one, right? But how can you do that now? What can you do? Oh yeah, Jerry Clark, go, go, go. No matter what. Yeah, I love that. Jerry Clark is cool. Actually met him in person. He's a cool dude. So what can you do now? How can you do now? What are you going to do? So one question I really want to ask you here. What did your mentor do? Have you ever stuck with something? Ask yourself a question. It's one of the best ways to look at things. What did Carrie Dickey do? What did Marcel do? I mean, Marcel, he has this thing, just in roll 5. That's all he says. My business is not growing because they've got building depth. He says, just in roll 5. That's what he says. I think years ago, Carrie Dickey would say, go look for the blue M&M. As in, like, M&M's on blue, so you just got to keep looking for them. Tara Wilson, I mean, remember Jim Rohn. I remember when Tara did that training with us on the one Saturday, and we were asked to listen to the audio. And the one thing that Jim Rohn says, don't sign up for that class. Don't get down something that's going to distract you. Keep talking to people. That's Jerry Clark, TTP and TTMP. Talk to more people. So this is just really something I just wanted to sort of, share with you guys. Keep it super simple, but ask yourself a question, what would my mentor do? And that could be whoever it may be. It takes away the overthinking and the spiraling down the rabbit hole, as we call it, getting down the scroll hole. We've all done it. Why is this thing not working now? I'm stuck. I think that must be the last slide. So that's a question on the lever here today. What would your mentor do? So I'm going to leave it open for questions, and I appreciate you guys listening to me. Hope you guys got some value out of that there. And you took lots of notes, like Josie would do. So hopefully it was some value you guys got this. Happy to take some questions. or any positive feedback as well.
That was really good, Philip. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. One thing I did forget to share was in the beginning, what are your guys' wins this week? Business wins. What are your business wins this week?
Oh, well, I'll
Have you got?
start since I'm on. I've got an ICU nurse who is I can't, Facebook, I think we connected, and I've got a really good, if anybody's looking for a really good story, by the way, just as an aside, for gingivitis, people who are suffering with gingivitis, then I've got a really good story personally. So we connected and we got to chat about that. So she's very interested in the products, and we had hoped to catch up at the weekend. Something happened and she's on 3 12-hour shifts, but she wants to catch up because she's very interested in getting started, and hopefully that'll, she's a nurse, it'll resonate with her, and like maybe she'll start spreading the word amongst her colleagues, not just necessarily for gingivitis. But anyway, there you go. Thank
Yes,
you.
love it. Love it. Yeah, just keep TTP, talking to people. Yeah. Anyone else? That's super cool, Suzanne.
Hi guys. I have been really good lately at great getting leads, like fantastic leads. I've picked up 3 leads last week at my periodontist appointment, 2 office ladies and the nurse. And somebody had been in the week before who had spoken to my the doctor, and she had actually Googled NRF2 on PubMed. So she knew all about it. So they're kind of hottish leads, but it's just I get impatient and it's the follow-up. So I'm slowly talking to them, not rushing in with lots of information, trying. And then I've got another lady who is a myofascial beauty therapist. So I'll be meeting with her. We're doing a services swap next month, early next month. And then, so I'm great at picking up these leads. And then on the weekend, I was at a market, inside market in Orewa, and I spoke to quite a few people, but I picked up like 5 really, really good leads. And a lady actually that was over from Australia, so I'll talk to her when she gets back over home. But it's just, I get stuck with that closing the deal. I can give them information, I can answer every question they have, but I do really get stuck with that, just closing the deal. I can pick up leads, no problem, but I'm just finding that's where I fall down, is actually getting the sale or actually even mentioning the business. I know my beauty therapist, I will talk to her about it because the collagen will be fantastic in her business. But yeah, I think a lot of the times when I talk to professionals or people like that, they kind of go, I don't know if it's me or the way I'm presenting to them, but the minute I talk about the product and its direct selling, they kind of shut down on me.
Yeah, okay. That's cool. Rhonda had her hand up. I don't know if she wanted to respond to that. Not.
Sorry.
Okay.
I can say something about that, Kushla.
Right. Yeah, go for it.
From my experience, it's about building relationship connection. Because like I saw your comment where you say got leads, now close. No, you don't think of closing. So it's probably more a shift in mindset where you're thinking, how can I give value to this person? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can I give value to this person? So for me, it's about knowing about them more. I'd love to know about your business. So, it's really, connect on Facebook, do a selfie, send it to them, so get to know them more and then provide value, connect with them. That's what I would be doing rather than thinking how I'm going to close them. Because remember that people buy from people that they like and trust happens over time.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Like I get impatient, but but no, it's good. I'm working on that a lot. So I've actually got quite a lot of in my funnel at the moment that I'm managing and working on daily. So yeah, which is good.
Yeah, I'm always a fan of the colors, what type of person are they? So if we want to give them all the science and they go, I'm not interested. I mean, for example, you give science to Grania, she'll just roll her eyes and go, what are you talking about? She'll be laughing and now I can't see her. But yeah, so you got to find, yeah, she's in the back there. So you got to see what, what the people actually want. So I always like to say, what can I give you to help you make a decision or move you forward, that sort of thing. And I always like using the word, what can I do to what complements you to doing right now in your business or your health. And I'll share some wins that I had. I was in Perth, and I literally got on the plane coming from Bali, spoke to a gentleman who's a young boy, and he's just doing his electrical apprentice, just asking him lots of questions. Why are you here? Why are you being in Bali? It's the first time he's ever been here. He's all on his own. So just a long chat. And I said, so, are you looking for, any opportunities in business and stuff? And he actually said these words to me, I'm looking for residual income. And I was like, So I said, do you understand network marketing? No, I never heard of it. And I stopped and I just asked more questions about him, nothing else. I got his number. It was funny because he'd fallen asleep on the plane. I found out where he was sitting and took my phone and typed his number on my calculator and screenshotted it. It's the only way I got it. But anyway, so that was that. Then I was asked to do a podcast, and in the office there's a psychologist and a whole lot of other people and paramedics, and we got chatting, and this person's got some autoimmune stuff going on. So I just got their numbers. And then I was sitting there in the canteen minding my own business, and I heard this gentleman speaking, and he came for some therapy. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. My hyperbaric chamber, that was it, yeah. And he was starting to talk about creatine and ATP and all the rest of it, damage your kidneys. Anyways, carrying on. And his name was Tim. And he started mentioning about his son, who's, let's say, neurospicy, as we'll call it. So I overheard this. And as he's walking out, I think sitting there thinking, I'm busy working. Should I interrupt him? Should whatever? I'm too scared. You know what? I'm going to say something. If he just fobs me off, who really cares? He doesn't know I am anyway. So I get up and say, hey, Tim, I overheard you talking about creatine and stuff like that. And, and I was eavesdropping. I must apologize. But it got my attention. You mentioned about your son being neurospicy. And I said, I actually work with a couple of kids that actually where we've got great results working with them. And he goes, and he starts sharing all this stuff, the funny things these kids do. And we had a good laugh. And I said to him, hey, would it be okay if I grab your number on WhatsApp? If you don't want to, I totally understand it. And then that's cool. He actually pulled out his phone, scanned the thing, got me WhatsApp. I was just chatting with him. And then there was another lady who ran the whole center. We ended up chatting away. And they're looking to bring products into the practice, her and her business partner. And we must have spoke about 20, 30 minutes. I just mentioned, what are you doing with your business? Do you sell products here? I know you got a services going on here, but are you looking forward to building a business and residual income? And she goes, yeah, because if I sell my practice, I don't really sell it. I just close the doors. Done. Gave me a number. And then going back on the plane, same thing. 2 more people. One guy's an engineer and one guy was a bodybuilder coach. Just randomly speaking to them. So I wasn't selling anything. I wasn't offering anything. And I said, tell me more about what you do. I want to know. The one guy said he's a fitness coach. I said, man, I really love to connect with you because what I do online, I think we can complement what you're doing and we can see how we can work together. He says, great. Took my phone and put his number in. That's what I was doing. I was just TTP, talking to people. So, and I think it does create a bit of courage to do it. And I will be honest, it's not easy. But when you do it and you don't really care what they can say, no, it doesn't matter. There's 20,000 people that still want to talk to you. So that was my win that I had this week. Elaine wants to say something. Go ahead.
You were talking about thinking about your mentors, and end of last week I remembered that I had a small masterclass with Fraser Brooks, and then thinking about Josie's always saying, go back to your list, go back to your friends, and we always think we are done with our warm market. So what I've done is did that small survey of asking the question, what is oxidative stress? I went through my whole list of Facebook groups of friends, actually, and I had 30 people who did not know,
Wow.
which given me now another 30 possible leads out of my warm market, which is great.
Wow, that's so cool. And sometimes those words, I know let's be honest, when you started, did you know what oxidative stress was? Because I didn't. So sometimes we put stuff on social media. Do you have oxidative stress? And most people don't want to say no because they think they'll see that they're silly, right? So I avoid those words. And it's interesting because when they're at 12 o'clock, they're feeling great. They don't want to listen to you. When they get to 6 o'clock, that's when things are down. They may listen to you again. So just got to keep on following up. So yeah, well done. That's so cool. Yeah. Awesome. Rhonda, and then we're over time. I just thought if you want to keep going, me, I'm no talky talk, but Rhonda, go ahead.
I just wanted to say thank you for those who jumped on Saturday's call with Dr. Jess Bueller. Has anyone caught the recording? Who was on live? Yeah, fantastic. It was a brilliant call. And a lady who was a customer of mine over 12 months ago and stopped came on board today as a consultant. I also got another consultant on the weekend of a US person, all because inviting. And I want to give a shout out to Tina Kirkland Smith. She couldn't get on the call because she was in a business meeting or at an event or whatever it was. But she had 3 people on that call. She couldn't attend, but she was still inviting. And that is the power of growing your business, not gatekeeping. Just because you can't get on a call doesn't mean that we're not going to let other people know. So yeah, I just want to say well done, Tina. Because yeah, that just, to me, that shows leadership and saying, you know, look, and just following back. What did you like the most about the call? I can't wait to watch it myself. I'm spewing that I couldn't get on live, you know, whatever it might be. Tell me, what did you like about it? Because I'm biting at the bit for the recording or whatever it might be. But yeah, Jess Bueller was amazing. Absolutely rocked it. So, and if you're not jumping on the Saturday call with Brandon Cunningham, you're really going to miss out, because these people really know their stuff. And then just quickly, for anyone that's looking at the Mind Body system, it's 20% off. It runs, that discount ends this month. And then we also have that other promo. And I have to admit, I haven't looked right into it, but there was the bonus volume incentive, and that also expires. That promo ends on the 31st of May. So build your yellow business up with 38% in bonus volume. So you get extra volume. So that's huge. If you're running for a rank, if you're running for Bali or whatever it might be, right? These are all volumes that could boost your business. So I'm not sure if I can quickly share my screen. I'm not sure. I can probably share. I'll share the image in the chat. It's probably easier. But yeah, so the Platinum Pro Tandem pack. So Australian dollars, but then you get the extra in sales volume. So to me, that's great. And the Healthy Glow. So you've got the Platinum pack, the Dual Synergizer, 15 of each, and then you have the Healthy Glow. So yeah, you get all this extra volume. I think, you know, don't leave it on the table. If it's there, go hard.
Yeah, I love it. There's just a couple of people just to end the call. There is some other ones. I mean, Dana spoke to a client in Norway. She's keen for the business, was moving to wherever that is, Azores. I think it's Portugal, if I remember. She lives between both places, and now, yeah, that Portugal's open. She's keen to give the product a try first, and she'll order from Portugal. And I do remember when Dana was in the call, because I was listening, the woman was so grateful that you shared the business with her. They're looking for something, so it was super cool. And I'm just seeing here. Julie said, yeah, I attended with a couple today. We help with people that have PTSD at this stage. I can see what I'm saying. They said they trust me and will definitely refer people to me. They are still learning all about what we do, which is cool. Karen, so you got a slap in the face. I saw something funny. You need the slap in the face. I know she's on the call here somewhere. So yeah, I think it's just talk to more people and fail forward. I feel if you can just learn, you're not going to make mistake. I mean, I remember one time when I was right in the beginning, I was doing life and I was making such big boo-boos. And I just said to this person, I was giving the ABC video, I said, oh, you know what, man, I'm so new at this thing. Just watch this thing and let's go from there. Yeah. You don't have to be all whatever. And she's like, oh, I'm just, make yourself think that you're not smart. Because the thing is, if we come across like the most clean spoken person, all the greater in your sales, they think, oh, they've got to be like that. Because if we can do one thing, talk to people, learn to invite. If you don't do that, you can be science crazy. Doesn't make any difference. But you want to point them to something. Be a professional network marketer. Be a professional pointer. That's what I do. Point them to something that can talk for you. There's lots of videos out there. You don't have to do any of that work at all. You don't have to be smart like Rhonda and all the science or anybody else. Just got to go, here we go, check this out. Let me know. Let me know. Instead of saying, what did you think of that? Rhonda said one thing. What did you like most from what you'd seen? The question makes them think. Don't do yes, no's. What's the most important thing you saw there? What excited you? How can you see this that can complement in your business what you're doing as a naturopath? Little things like that, and it gets them thinking. If you do yes or no, You tend to lose them. It's those little small little things. I mean, what are your typical objections you get? I don't have time, don't have money, got to speak to somebody. Those are three things I always see a lot of them. I'm just seeing the notes here. And find those and find 3 ways to answer them or 4 ways to answer them. Or if you're related to the colors, whatever. I don't have any time. I don't have any money. So, okay, cool. So what else are you busy taking right now to get your health back on track? And most people are taking lots of supplements. I do the supplement switch. What if I could share this with you and show you a way where you can actually get your health back on track and at the same time save you some money? Would you be interested? Most people always see it. So let's be honest, what's going on in the crisis right now with fuel? There's lots of ways, and find those things how to do it. And I feel whatever people's objections are, find the common ones they have and find ways. Go to ChatGPT. I'm a professional network marketer. This person's always saying they do not have any time to watch your videos. How is the best way I can speak to this person to get to watch a video? Done. Ask GPT that. So I could talk forever. We're about nearly 10 minutes over time. Yeah, I'm going to hand it back over to Josie of Ground News over there.
Hey, Phil, real briefly, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Just really
Yeah.
quick, I did post the recording for the perimenopause presentation. I would love some feedback on that. I'm hoping it's going to be a really good resource for our team. I did set another date, but the only time I can do it with my partner in Canada is in the morning in Australia. So if anybody is kind of passionate about this or has a good testimony around perimenopause, I would love to partner with some folks from Australia or Bali or New Zealand to be able to do one on the evening, like a weekday evening, if we think that would be valuable, or even like a Tuesday night health topic or something like that. So reach out if that's of interest.
Cool. Love it. And it's always the meeting to the meeting to the meeting. So Monday, now let's go invite to Thursday and then invite to Saturday and keep doing that. So yeah. Cool, guys. Thank you. I'm done. Hand it back to Josie.
That was a really good training, guys. So drop some love for Phil. That was really good. And thanks for all the sharings. I want to close with what is it, when you're overthinking. So Rachel was saying she knows what to say, but she's overthinking. And I learned this from Brian Tracy, and it really works. Anyone here knows Brian Tracy? Like, he's written over 30 books. He's just amazing and all that. This is what he does, okay? So before you do it, when you're overthinking, you go like this. I can do it, 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 I can do it. And then pick up that and you do it. And then you look at yourself in the mirror and say, I can do it, I can do it. That's it. You know what? You break the pattern. So it's all about breaking the pattern. So everybody, let's do this, okay? Put your fist all together. I can do it, 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 I can do it. You know what I mean? So do that. I'm telling you, it's going to change the way you feel. See how energetic you feel now? Rachel, we want to hear your story on Monday and let us know how it went with not overthinking. Because Brian Tracy says all you do is say, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Okay, guys. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Phil. That was awesome.
Thank you, guys.